So let's talk about some of your specific issues that have arisen recently. You're probably familiar with them. So,
no, but I'm sure you're going to remind me.
Okay. There was a flight where I think there were some United employees that needed to go somewhere, and you were trying to get people to get off the airline. You offer them money, which is a fairly standard thing to do. And one person said, I can't get off. I'm a doctor. I have to operate in the morning. And not United, but the local police dragged him off.
Yeah, it's one of the dark moments in our time, and usually the question is, are you glad that's getting behind you or something? And I always say, no, I'm happy to be reminded of it every day, right. And so is our company, because it's important to know how quickly things can go sideways on us. And so the circumstances that led up to that, all the different policies and procedures, in a nutshell, again, because safety and security and operational efficiency become so focused. And it's important that we do that. The rigor and discipline around safety, security, and operations doesn't necessarily apply to the comfort and the quality and the emotional connection as a human on customer service. And so our rules and procedures, you can't put always rules and procedures on how you treat another human being, which is why we started over the last year something we call Core 4. And it's 4 principles that are in order. And if you as an employee have any concern or any question about how to act, you deal with safety first. The number 2, and this is the big change for us, it's caring. Just the simple word caring. What does that mean? It can mean a lot to a lot of people, but it doesn't mean shutting the door. It doesn't mean yanking someone off the plane. It doesn't mean any of those things. And then you get to dependable and efficient, which are important. But they're 4, they're simple, but caring is number 2.
So let's talk about another problem you had, which was dogs. You're not the only one to have dogs die in overhead compartments.
Yeah. Let me just a little bit of defensiveness on my part. We as a company, because we understand how important pets are to folks, which you may not agree with given the circumstances, but we flew 3 times as many animals for people all over the world because no other airline really was doing that. So we were doing it as a customer aspect. When you open up the arm to that many animals all across a lot of things, you introduce risk into it. And so what we've done is we de-risked the situation. We just brought that things back down as to what kind of dogs we carry, animals that's very aligned with the rest of the airline world.
I've noticed a lot of people have things called emotional support animals or something like that, where they get a certificate from a doctor saying, I can't travel without this animal, whatever the animal might be. Are people abusing that, and you're getting a lot of big animals on your planes as a result?
Yeah, everyone's heard about the peacock story, so I think I won't go into that one. We just had a recent experience where one of the emotional support animals, wait for it, required another emotional support animal. Yeah, so it was a dog and a monkey, and somebody asked me earlier today which one was supporting her, so I don't know that answer, but I said, no, listen, on a serious note, people that need things, the problem is it's abused because it's not regulated in any way, shape, or form, and anybody can get in. So we don't know. So if you have a need, so service animals for disabled veterans, for people that are blind, we bend over twice over backwards to ensure we take care of the people that truly need aspect. But when you get into the ridiculous stage where a peacock or 2 different animals, and most of the consumers, if you have allergies, so all of that has to be modulated and worked, and there's no real rules around it. And so we've taken, along with the other airlines, a pretty harder stance. It's like, we need to have some proof. You need to register the animal. It has to be of a general size. We have small ponies, snakes. And again, it sounds funny, but our flight attendants and our organization have to deal with this. And so, back to we're putting humans and we're getting them comfortable, getting them on their seats, and then all of a sudden you have to deal with that.